Okay.
We're live.
We're live.
Hey, it's Chris from Homesteading the Hard Way. We got a problem. Darlene, show him this pretty little herd of cows. We got some pretty calves. Got a pretty big Angus bull. We've got a pretty little Jersey milk cow. Got a real nice looking Angus Holstein cross cow. Heavy bred, gonna have a calf any day. Now I'm gonna let her cut that thing off and walk over here. Okay, I want y'all to look at this. If you'll go back and look at the first video we ever put up, I milked a cow in the pasture. This was her. I can't hardly stand it. This is my pet cow. I raised her on a bottle. I babied her and looked after her, and just like a puppy. And she's about 5 or 6 years old. But we're not exactly sure what's wrong with her yet. It may be Johne's disease. That's spelled with a J if you want to look it up. Johnes. It's some kind of bacterial disease in their intestine is untreatable. It could be a couple of other things, but that's kind of what they're leaning towards. It really affects dairy cows. They get it when they're born, when they nurse their mama the first time, and it won't show up till they're 5 or 6 years old. Well, she's 5 years old. So. And I've seen, I can't remember the name of the channel, but there was another channel had a milk cow go down the same way. I remember it, and I'm pretty sure it was the same problem. But she started going down right after the hurricane and the flood. We thought it was something to do with the flood water. And we've been feeding her extra. Been bringing her in here and feeding her and keeping other cows run off of her. She's just steady going downhill. I don't know if it's everywhere in the country type problem, but we have some trouble with magnesium deficiencies around here. So I started giving her some magnesium supplement. Thought that might would help it. And she's just gone down and down and down. She's pure sad now. But up until the last 2 or 3 days, she's acted fine. She hasn't acted sick. She's just been losing weight. Now she acts sick. And she's worse off today because we had the vet come out this morning, and between giving her shots and stressing her, she's actually got a lot worse this afternoon. But the reason I'm showing you this is I just want you to know I've had cows my whole life. And I've never seen this happen. This has never been a problem before. And I'm not trying to sound arrogant, but we try to do everything right. We feed these cows good. I try to make sure they got somewhere to get out in the wind and the rain. We really try to look after them. And then when something like this happens, it'll just about break your heart. You can't stand it. I don't even know how to act. I don't even know what to do. If it's Johne's disease, whatever you want to call it, they say probably every cow I got's got it. They did a blood test on her, and they'll tell us if that's what it is or not. But it's just hard to deal with. I guess what I'm trying to tell you, if you're going to raise animals, if you're going to homestead and keep a cow, and it's easy to get attached to your milk cow. she's been a good one. I mean, she's never set any world milk production records, but she's been a good milk cow. And she's raised a lot of calves for us. Hers and other cows' calves, bottle calves. But now this, and I don't know what to do. I don't know how bad she's suffering. I don't know if I need to put her down or hide and watch and see what happens. I don't know what to do. But the symptoms of that Jaundice disease, it's a wasting disease. They do exactly what she's doing. They waste away to nothing. And the final stage is diarrhea and bottle jaw. She doesn't have bottle jaw. And I've seen something similar to this before, and we always said it was where people wouldn't cut the strings off the hay where they had a belly full of hay string. But I'm beginning to think maybe I've seen this more than I know. I've seen it in goats too. I've seen goats do the exact same thing. We never knew what was wrong with them. Goats are a whole lot smaller animals, so it doesn't take as long for them to die. And we always said they were wormy. Thought they were wormy, and the worms were resistant to the wormer. And I'm hoping that's what's wrong with her, because she's been wormed again today. Now, I've wormed her in the last month with Ivermectin Poon. We wormed her again today with Cydectin and Safeguard, both of them. Just on the off chance. Just parasites. And I hope they're wrong. I hope that's not what they think it is. I really hope she'll get better. But all our problems started with the flood, with the hurricane and the flood. Half the cow pasture was underwater and stayed underwater for 2 months. And the flies were bad. My bull has got a boil in a bad place that I busted yesterday, but it still needs to be cut open and cleaned out. I know I have some help to handle him, but all these health problems with these cows started in that standing water with the flies and the mosquitoes. But anyway, I'll ask a question. If anybody out there is a big cattle producer and really has had some experience with this, they claim it affects dairy cows more than beef cows. If you leave something in the comments, I'd love to know if you know something about it, because I've been told to just hide and watch and see what happens with the rest of them, and I've been told to sell out and buy more, and I've been told to shoot them and bury them. So I don't know what to do. This is kind of new to us. But I think kind of what I want to share with you is you can do everything right and things still mess up. Or think you're doing everything right. The veterinarian today said that cow got this when she was a newborn calf. And I went to my uncle's dairy and got her. She wasn't 2 days old, was she, baby?
Yeah. We got 2. Well, so one was a day old.
Well, that's the other one.
And one was 2 days old.
Okay. Ready?
Yes.
Well, anyway, we had the vet call me back if you don't know the truth about it, and I had to take the call. So. But anyway, you see what we're up against here. But just remember, you never plow a field, but turn it over in your mind. And I appreciate you watching. Y'all have a good evening.